What's up, you guys? Get on in here. Now, Bam wants to tell me I have to switch my screen the other way, so let's adjust that. You just want to lap dance. What's up, y'all? Ow. Say ow. Ow. Say ow. Get on in here, instructors, because we want to get this done. You have got 30 minutes to get some instructor nuggets dropped into your instructor toolbox. Get into it, yeah. What's up? What's up, you guys? Get in here. Get in here. I'm so happy to have you here. Hey, 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 hey. Get into it, yeah. What's up, Sharaya? Get into it, yeah. You guys, Kim is right there. Kim, they can see you. Hi. Say hi, guys. All right, y'all. We are going to go ahead and get into this. I don't want to hold you guys up too long. So once you're in here, you guys, for those of you that are in here, go ahead and drop what format you are from. It'll be great to see like how many different instructors from what formats we have in here. And if you're catching the replay of this, you guys, make sure you drop in here what format you teach. Hello, Courtney, are getting ready to teach. Maybe it's a format you want to teach. Drop it in here, you guys. Kim, can you give Jaylee access, please?
Yes.
All right, you guys, I'm going to give it just a little bit because there's actually some people. Turn up. Okay, let's go. We're going to give it just a little bit. We are waiting for just a few more people to get access in here. There are some people who are actually going through the 14-day boot camp right now, and this is their lecture for the day. So I want to give them time to get in here, and then we're going to get started. What's going on, Monique? What's going on, y'all? Hey, Maddie. I'm so happy to have you guys here with me, okay? All right, so here we go. I want to get started with this. One of the things that, the reason why I created FSU University and the workshops and the lessons that I offer you guys is because not only do I want to get the information to you in a short amount of time, I want to give you information that is going to be easy, quick, and you can immediately implement it to your current teaching structure or the structure you're getting ready to create for yourself, okay? So get a pen, get a piece of paper, and get it out because you're going to take not a ton of notes, but I mean, depending on what you want to take from this, maybe it is going to be a ton of notes. But get a piece of paper, get a pen ready. If you cannot write because you're driving or something, just listen to it. This replay will be available for 48 hours, you guys, in order for you to go back and do this. So get your pen, get your paper. I got my water, and we are going to get into this. So what's going on, you guys? My name is Shantae Jackson. That is Georgia. That is Georgia, and Georgia does not like anybody randomly walking up by the door or anything like that. But my name is Shantae Jackson, and welcome to FSU University, and this is your instructor golden nugget workshop called Expand Your Instructor Vocabulary. If you have taken any training with me, you know I am all about you need to have knowledge. You need to have tools in your instructor toolbox in order for you to properly give an experience and execute the things you need to execute as an instructor in your classes, okay? So we're going to have a little acronym we're going to go through, and the acronym is EXPAND. And we're going to go through each letter on here, and I am going to give you some education and some nuggets and some tools on the how-to, you guys. The how-to you can expand your instructor vocabulary. It is not going to serve you any purpose for me to come in here and be like, this is a tendu, and a tendu means this, and this is a pot de beret, and a pot de beret means this. Like, it is no reason for me to come here and do that. But if I can give you the how-to of how to find this information and how you need to download it and how it will help you, you will be on the right track. Where you go from there is up to you. I am here to provide you the tools. One of the things that Tanti and I speak into all the time is that we did not have this as we were coming up in the instructor world. We did not have the tools available to us to be able to level up in that way. We had to figure it out through trial and error. And we want to be able to eliminate all those extra steps for you guys so that you do not have to go through that. So here we go. On your paper, I want you to write down EXPAND. E.X.P.A.N.D. In between all of those letters, I want you to give yourself some space so that you can write down the how-to of these tools and how you can use them, okay? That way you can come back to them. All right, let's get started. The E stands for educate yourself. Write that down. Educate yourself. Now, what does that mean? You guys, there are resources everywhere. There's resources everywhere that you can use to download into your instructor toolbox, you guys. Now, why do you need these resources and why are they everywhere? Because they're everywhere so you can use them. You have to be willing to go out there and find them. Let me tell you where you can find them. YouTube and Google are your best friends. So when people ask me stuff, I say GTS it. Google that shit. GTS it. Also, Instagram and TikTok, they're going to help you as well. And what happens is when you start to use these resources, you guys, now when you hear it, when you see it, and when you're doing it, you begin to download into your instructor toolbox. You don't always have to just go take a class. Watch a video or something. Like, you are still downloading. Listen to something. You are still downloading into your instructor toolbox. The more tools you have, the more knowledgeable you are, the better instructor you can be. Because not every class is the same. And not every class is the exact same group of people. You're not feeling the same all the time when you go into a class. But if you have these tools that you can come back to, you can lock that shit in and go, right? So resources are everywhere. Hearing and seeing them and doing them is how you're going to download into your instructor toolbox. Here's another thing you want to remember. When you are educating yourself in this, take it a little bit at a time. Don't go fucking crazy, you guys, because then it's too much information. You're like, you know what? I like this move. I'm going to add it here. And I like this thing. And I'm going to do it over here. And then I heard she said this, so I'm going to say that. Like, hold up, back it up. Take it a little bit at a time. So then you can really begin to process it and understand it. So then you know exactly how to use that resource in your class. When educating yourself, you're finding the different resources, but you're not going to use all of them and you're not going to use them all the time. But if you have it in your instructor toolbox, if you have the knowledge, that moment when you need it, you have it. You need to have it there, okay? Another way is that the reason you want to go a little bit at a time is because you want to get it, you want to process it, and then you want to execute it. Give yourself time. Many of us at least teach once a week. If after that you teach 3 times a week, 4 times a week, those are your reps. Make sure you get into my 7-day instructor boot camp to hear about what it means to get in your reps. Your classes are your reps, and there's a reason for your reps and why you do them, okay? So get it, process it, then execute it. And then begin to learn the history. You guys, like, who is Katherine Dunham? What is the Dunham technique? Why is Fosse this? Why are there these terms for ballet, but also the same terms in jazz, but the way you execute it is different? GTS it, ballet, jazz, Dunham technique, African. All the different things, you guys, when you know where it derives from, you are downloading into your instructor toolbox. What does that allow you to do? Coach your participants better. Not everyone comes from a fitness background and not everyone comes from a dance background. You need to have the knowledge of both so that you can coach them. Your job is to coach, okay? So that is your E, educate yourself. The next one is X, experience it. And I think experience with the X because, like, you got to get in that shit. Like, okay, still fuck shit up, y'all. Like, I'm still going to be nasty. Come on now. Experience it, right? So how do you experience it? Easy. In studio or live stream, take a class. That's one simple, easy way to do it. You're in there. You're learning. You're downloading. You're feeling it. All the emotions that are coming up when you do it in studio or live stream. Another way you can experience it is watch a movie, watch a musical, watch a music video. Like, there's an experience that you go through and you go on watching a video, watching a movie. That happens. So obviously when I'm saying movie, like, don't just watch some random movie and be like, you know, I wonder how I can put Fast and the Furious into my dance fitness coaching. You mean, like, I mean, you could. I could actually find a way to do that. Like, listen, right here, right? So when you drive in the car, right, I want you to imagine, okay, we're going to talk about a hit choreo, okay? This is how I would use Fast and the Furious to describe this into my participants, right? I want to get them ready. All right, y'all, we finna go for it. We finna get into it. And I'm gonna need you to rev up. So I'm gonna need you to think like you Dom, and it's the last race, and how you gonna go about it, right? And bitch, I'm gonna need you to sit up in that car. I'm gonna need you to make sure you good. I need you to check all your mirrors. I need you to make sure your nos is ready to go. So in that first round of it, when we go, I want you to hit it just a little bit. Don't give him too much. Don't give him too much. And then after that, when I need you to rev up a little more, I need you to click, click, hit that clutch, hit it, and go on into the next level. And then when we get to the end, bitch, I need you to hit the nos and give me everything you got, because I need you to win this motherfucking race. And that's how you use Fast and the Furious to speak into and coach your participants. The more knowledge you have, the more experiences you have of something and how everything comes together, it improves how you become a better coach for your participant. Sometimes to create an experience, you got to tell a story. I just told you guys a story. A great book for you to get is Telling Stories. I can't remember who it's by, but I will drop it in here after that, okay? So there we go. When you're experiencing it, you guys, listen to how the instructor is also teaching it, okay? Listen, somebody said, Jaylee said, marry me. You just threw me off. I should have turned off the comments. So when you go in to experience it, not only are you experiencing it for yourself, never take away from your own personal experience, but take a moment in your instructor brain, because it's very hard to turn off when you are the person in a class that is an instructor. Listen to how the instructor teaches the class. Listen to the terminology that they are using and download it and remember it. Don't just be there looking. Download it and remember it. You guys, we use pas de bourrées and kickball changes so much in dance fitness. But if you understand it at a deeper level of more than just backside front and the rhythm and the musicality of it, man, the way you're going to be able to coach your freaking participants, phenomenal. Okay? Why you want to experience is because you have to discover what are the different ways your mind, body, and soul respond to music, choreo, and new settings. Write that down. The reason you want to experience it is because you have to discover what are the different ways your mind, body, and soul respond to music, choreo, and new settings. When you understand how your mind, body, and soul respond to this, then you're able to coach your participants through it. I always say, I'm not finna take you through nothing I ain't been through myself. So when I'm coaching you through it, I'm remembering how it felt for me. And if that's how it's feeling for me, I'm probably pretty sure it's how it's feeling for you. So I'm going to take my experience that I lived through and I'm going to coach it through me, because I want you to come out and win. Because I had to push myself through to win that. So that's why you have to experience. Because now you can coach it and you can speak it into your participants. Now you have new tools in your instructor toolbox just by experiencing it. One class a week, you guys, will change it for you. Like one class a week. And then you can discover different styles. Doesn't mean you have to stick with it all the time and do it, like 5 times a fucking week. Like, I think Kim and I, we're a little, like, we are dancers at the heart and passion of our soul. So we're like, you want to dance? Sure, we'll take this dance. Oh, sure, we'll take that dance class. Like, you ain't got to do it like me. You ain't got to do it like Kim. You ain't got to do it like Tansy. You don't have to do it like others. Find which way works for you, but make sure you're just doing it so you can experience. So you can download into your toolbox. You can implement it into your teaching structure. And now you're becoming a phenomenal coach. A phenomenal coach, okay? Next thing with experiencing it. Remember how it feels to be them. This is why you put yourself in this space. You need to remember how it feels to be a participant. So when you put yourself in a space of a class that you have never taken before, it's a new setting, you've never heard the type of music, now put that times 1,000 for your participant who is brand new in your class and they're about to experience 16 to 18 brand new ass songs, never heard it in their entire lives, ain't never seen any of the moves. So how do you make sure they leave feeling successful? How do you make sure you leave feeling successful about what you offered that participant who took time out of their day to come to your class? Have your knowledge, experience it, download into your toolbox. That way, you can coach that one person in the very back of the fucking room that needs you to remember. I remember how I felt when I was going through that, and this is what was going through my mind. So let me go and coach them through this moment so they get to come back and continue to experience it. Yes? All right. Next one. I got all my notes here, you guys, because I will forget. Here we go. We're on the P. Practice and process. Okay? Write this down. A memory is obtained in the moment. Muscle is obtained over time. Say that again and listen to what I'm really saying in that. A memory is obtained in the moment. Muscle is obtained over time. This is where muscle memory comes from, you guys, for our bodies. Now, in order for you to obtain optimal muscle memory, because you have so many other things you have to think about as an instructor, both of these things, memory and muscle, must be operating at their highest retention ability. Do you understand what retention means? You will hear this a lot in the dance world. If you don't, go look it up. Retention is very, very important. In order for your muscle memory to operate at its highest, your retention ability of memory and muscle must be there. You gotta keep doing things over and over, you guys. You can't, I'm gonna say this is one of the biggest things, and I think you will see, in fact, I know you will see a difference in how your participants respond and how your body responds when you get new choreos, okay? So your muscle memory needs to be there. It needs to be at its highest retention. And the reason it needs to be there is because that is the only way you can properly and effectively do your job. Here's the example. You get choreo. It drops on a Sunday. You teach it on a Tuesday. How much time has your memory and your muscles truly had to be at their highest retention so now you can coach your participants through the choreo? How? Because it's not. Take the time to learn it. This is what happens, right? You get excited. There's so many other things that are happening. You get excited. It's the new song. You got all the other songs. I know it because I've been there, and I'm telling you, don't fucking do this. You get in there. You're excited. They're back. Phone call came in. Anyways, the song turns on, and your brain goes, and you're like, what the fuck? Now, this happens in class sometimes anyways. But it's more likely to happen when it is a brand new choreo that you have not taken the time to do what? Practice and process. You ever learned a choreo really, really quick and you get in class and that motherfucking choreo whoops your ass? You're like, oh my God, I didn't know it was gonna be that fucking hard. Because you didn't practice and process. You sat there and you took a moment to get it in your memory, but you didn't take the time for your muscle to obtain it. Practice and process. It's okay, you guys, to wait. It's okay to wait. Listen to the music. See what it makes you feel like. Get up and do the moves a whole bunch of times so you can understand how to coach your participants through the experience. Okay? Yes, Rick, a second time always feels better. Always feels better. But how about setting a new standard for yourself to not even rely on that second time? Like, that second time is like litty, lit. Because your first time, you took the time to practice and process and go through and experiment. and you've been experiencing and taking class and understanding how to coach and remembering how it feels to be your participant. And you've been educating yourself to understand musicality and body rhythms and what comes with that when you're doing it. So when you get to the practice and process, man, it makes it a whole lot easier. Okay? Here's the next thing. Let's go to A. A stands for attach it. Attach it. Remember how it felt when you were doing it. And now coach your participants through that. Okay? The more you can go back to how it felt, what you were feeling in your body, when you were pushing yourself at that hardest point, the more you can pull from that, the better you become at coaching your class. Now they will get results. Now they will have an experience. Your job is to create a results-driven experience. We talk about that in 7-Day Instructor Bootcamp. Get signed up for the next one. I'll let y'all know when that's dropping. So when you're attaching it, remember how it felt, then coach your participants through the experience. Anybody have any questions about anything right now? I feel like you're good. You're good. Okay. As you're going through and teaching them through the experience, in the same moment, you guys, you are leveling yourself up as an instructor. Like, as you push them, you push yourself, right? Because you're like, well, hell, this feels good. I've done this a couple times, so now I'm going to push myself a little harder. And when you push yourself a little harder, you discover something new. You're like, oh, shit. Okay, well, that was different. Damn, I never felt that before. Okay, I'm going to remember that, because now not only do I know I can push myself to that point, I can push myself even further. So if I can do that, they can do it as well. But I got to coach them to that. I can't coach them through it. I can't coach them to it. I can't coach them through it unless I've gone through it myself. Attach it. Attach it. When you educate, when you experience, when you practice and process, then you can attach it. Okay? Here we go. Last one. N. Navigate. And navigate is pretty simple, you guys. Find your lane. Who is your audience? But most of all, who are you? Who do you want to be? You are a representative of the brand and the format, but who are you in that representation? I don't need another Shantae to represent the brand and the format. They don't need another Tansy. They don't need another Kim. They need another you. What is you? What is it that makes you stand out? And then when you have your toolbox all put together and ready, woo, bitch, oh shit. Then you represent that brand in a way that people are like, oh my God, that shit is lit. But you got to educate yourself, and you got to experience it, and you got to practice and process. You got to attach it, so then you can figure out how to fucking navigate. Okay? I need you guys to navigate through it. Navigate. Yes, authenticity. Navigate through that and find out what that is for you. That way you can release some of the pressure that gets put on your shoulders. Don't try to be like me. Don't try to be like Tansy. We just want you to be a great representative of the brand. You hold that brand. You hold that format at the highest standard. And in fact, you create a new one for yourself and how you're going to represent it. Okay? Then, D, determine your why. Determine your why. You have to know what your why is. You have to know at the core of your being, what is your reason for doing this? Why do you love it? Why do you want to share it? Whose life do you want to change? Determine your why. When you determine your why, it makes it so much easier to expand that vocabulary. Okay? The goal for FSU University is to give you these types of tools. You just need the how-to. Now go fucking do it. Go get your resources. Go experience it. Figure out how to attach it. Educate yourself. You'll be amazed at what begins to happen. You need a fucking toolbox. You need knowledge. Because otherwise you're going to stay right where you are. If I would have just come in here and told you who Catherine Denham is and what's a pas de bourrée is and how you tendu and what is ballet technique and what is jazz technique. If I would have just came in here and did that, guess what you would go into your classroom and you do? You would be like, okay, so the name of this move is a pas de bourrée and it means backside front and is a rhythmic move. And you would say that every single time, every single class, because you hadn't experienced it. You didn't really educate yourself on it. It is your job. It is your instructor responsibility to go get these tools and work on them. They are not always provided for you. If you want to see yourself become a leader in this community, if you want to see yourself reach the highest level of a dance fitness professional doing your own shit, this is what you gotta do. You gotta get your knowledge. You gotta get your tools. This is what you got to do. You got to strut your stuff. I just felt like it was very like Nutty Professor in that moment right there, so I just had to go with it. Yeah? Does anybody have any questions? I want to thank you guys so much for getting in here and joining me. I hope that you have now gotten the tools and the how-to go about expanding your instructor vocabulary, you guys. So I love you guys so much. I love you too. I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you share the link with any instructors who you feel can really benefit from this free workshop I did today. I'll be dropping some more workshops in the future, you guys. Get signed up for FSU University. I love you guys so fucking much. Get on your stories. Get on Facebook. Share. Tell them all about it because this is where it's going down. Wait, hold up. Let me see if I can get it. You're going to have to listen to here. Wait, hold up. We're just going to play this on the phone. This is why you got to get into it. FSU, say what? Get into it, yeah. Get into it, yeah. Get into it, yeah. I love you guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you all very, very soon. Happy hump day. Get into it, yeah.